recap in character. So maybe if Captain, you want to make a recap, and then we'll people can add stuff to that.
So we were moored on a quiet morning after the night before in the haphazard Harlequin Tavern, I believe. And we had come to an arrangement with Narissa, who is a lady known to be able to sell on things that we might acquire in the course of our honest labours, to go in search of a ship by the name of the Fallen Crown, I believe. We sailed forth from the Knife, and were mightily surprised to encounter Driscoll and his crew, another ship entirely. And because he had history with some of our crew, we took him on and we took him down. But we know the blackguard escaped because he had a parachute when he jumped overboard. A coward's device, if ever there was one. And we took his ship and his crew, and we went on, or they went back to the Knife, actually, because it had taken some damage. And we went on to our appointed rendezvous with the Fallen Crown. And it was dark by the time we got to the trade route. And we laid ourselves along the trade route, silent running, no navigation lights on. And we waited for the Fallen Crown to pass, listening to the sound of her engines. And then we followed her, came up behind her, and boarded. As we were boarding, that witch, who has brought a painter on board of our
That
ship,
a witch.
That
damn witch.
Did a stunt. I mean, there's no other word for it. A stunt. Swinging around and taking on and bewitching, from what I hear of later reports, bewitching the captain of the Fallen Crown.
I told you nothing about that bewitching.
Meanwhile,
you know that I beat him. I 1v1'd him.
Bewitched him, from what I understand, because she's very free with her bewitchings. But meanwhile, all the real work was going on up top. And so, yeah, we boarded, and we took the Fallen Crown. The captain, Byron, turned out to be a decent man, not hated by his crew and not cruel, and therefore we didn't make him take a long walk off a shore plank. And we turned for home with 3 ships. And yeah, and well, I mean, by the time we got back there, we had 3 ships, and the possibility of Lily becoming captain of the Fallen Crown. She expressed an interest in that, and having bewitched the captain, that only seems fair. I think that's it.
Yeah, sounds good. Anything to add? Others?
We brought on a painter, a famous painter, locally famous painter, with her cousin onto our original ship. Not sure if she's gonna stay on the original ship, but for sure, we have her as part of our retinue.
So yes, Isabella and her nephew Joshua. Yes, and she is delighted by the action and is preparing to paint it up. She's got herself a canvas ready. Remember, you promised her nephew that he can board on the next action.
I did. Okay.
Yeah. Was that a promise or
It
or a
was.
bluff?
It could have been bluff. Okay.
I mean, if he wants to to board, he can board. It's just that he's like forfeiting his life the moment he does it. So,
Well, he's very keen. So you have got 3 ships. You sent the ship formerly called the Driscoll 7 back to Hag's Knife after you captured it with half the crew. You have got the Revenge, of course, and now the Fallen Crown. So the Fallen Crown, as you remember, is a legitimate swan. So it's a larger vessel. It's got 8 guns, but it's not very fast. So it is still a legitimate vessel. You could potentially convince Byron to sign over the deed to the vessel, formally, and you would own it as a legitimate vessel, or to someone, perhaps not someone who's a pirate. If you could sign it over to someone who's not a pirate, this is a completely legitimate vessel. It can sail into harbour with no risk.
am I considered a pirate by the law?
You consider?
Or am I just a witch?
You've committed piracy. So
I mean, right now I have. That's true, but.
But does anyone know?
Do you have to be caught?
I think you're.
I have to be caught, wouldn't I?
Yeah. If you sail into a legitimate harbour, though, you will, and people know that I think you're a recognisable figure, right?
I guess I am.
In one or two witnesses to a daring rogue, dashing rogue, whatever you are.
You're quite right.
Yeah, so you could run the Fallen Crown as a legitimate, like a dove, a vessel that's moving things around for you and spotting other prey, things like that. That's a common tactic.
We want it to be signed over to someone who's a legitimate person. Is there a way that I could request someone to produce like legitimate papers for me of some kind, to like legitimate like false identity that I could disguise myself under?
You could definitely do that. I think the fact that you wear a large recognizable hat and fly a broom, assuming you're going to cast aside some of those things, you might have a possibility.
Right. I'm saying like I would stash that if we drive into a port and, suddenly there's no way that could be the witch. She doesn't have the broom. This is the perfect plan. Everyone knows witches wear, 1, they wear large hats, giant hats, and 2, they have brooms. If she doesn't have those things, she physically cannot be a witch, right?
Possible. You are taking on a lot of risk because obviously the whole crew you'll be sailing with would know who you are. But it's possible.
The main order of business, it seems to Rainsborough, it seems to me, is to return to the haphazard and sell what we have taken, refit the ships that were damaged, and then have a bloody good time. Why else do we do what we do?
Yeah, definitely right.
Go, Dalt. You were going to say?
Oh no, I was agreeing. Dalt is like, oh yeah. I mean, he's a fiddler. I should probably explain what fiddlers are. Fiddler implies carousing. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I think we got that when you're drinking the bloodworm blood and with your rum.
Was that you drinking that?
Yeah, he took a big quaff. He took a big quaff. He took more than you.
I can respect that.
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of. Sorry, Brian. Go on.
No, I was going to say, Dalt knows. I don't know if the captain agrees, but carousing equals just renown, right? Like telling some stories, right? Like playing for people, just carousing, right? Like building up the names a little bit, right? Like getting that going. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Telling tales. I mean, I think the main thing is we got 3 crews of men, and we got quite a lot of booty, and life is short, right? We could end up being hanged, couldn't we? Any day. So let's go and also, who cares about the next opportunity? It will come along. Someone will mention something to us, Narissa will come up with an idea. Let's go and drink.
We came back with 3 vessels, right? Like we left with 1.
Are we back yet,
with
though?
2 more.
Are we back?
Well, once we're back, like the plan is like,
right,
we're on the ship. I don't care where we are, but like I'm saying, like we came back with 3 vessels. We have a painter that has been giving visuals to this whole thing, and then I'm gonna go out and song and dance the shit out of it because and I'm gonna say like, yeah, we need some money to like spread, right? Like, right? Like this is business.
Let it 3 ways.
Oh, right. Like, but like we need a marketing kitty, right? Like a carousing kitty that we can all take part in, obviously, because, got to go out and spread the wealth a little bit. No?
It's all got to be spread. It's all got to be spread. I mean, look, what are we saving it for? It's got to be spent by the men. It's got to be spent
marketing.
It's got to be spent.
This is pirate marketing 101, right?
Yeah, it's got to be spent in the taverns where we're known. It's got to be spent in the town. People have got to know that we're bringing in.
We need to go back first. Let's return first before we start.
But that's
so just plan, 2 things. Yeah, so you're heading back. 2 things before you head back. Are you dropping Byron off, as well as you have 6 men in the brig from Driscoll's hardcore guys? Are you dropping those guys off at the scavenging fields where you're near? And then heading back, and so that's my first question. And the second question related is, are you taking the Fallen Crown back to Hag's Knife? Because as soon as you drop it at Hag's Knife, someone will go, that ain't a legitimate vessel anymore. You'll blow the chance for it to be a legitimate vessel because there will be a spy there who will definitely tell someone that is not a legitimate vessel.
Right.
Is there a quiet mooring somewhere we can put it and have repairs done without taking it back there? Or does anyone care if it's no longer a legitimate vessel? Are we smugglers? Are we, do we need a legitimate vessel? What does Lily think?
I'm going to say that I would like to have a legitimate vessel, but I would like to also build my reputation as a pirate, I suppose. I'm if I have a vessel, I'm going to make it into a pirate vessel. So
damn it then. Let's take it back to the night.
If you give me this vessel, it's going to be a pirate vessel. If you give me some other vessel, if you give me one of the gulls, then I'm going to make one of the gulls into my pirate vessel. It's up to you how you handle that. But like, my vessel is a pirate vessel. I'm a pirate. I'm a witch pirate.
If we're talking about this, Whitebread, if we're chatting as we're under sail, hopefully, Rainsborough will make it clear to Lily that this has nothing to do with his choice. This is the law. This is the way of the Brotherhood. I can't captain more than one ship. Maybe I can be captain of a flotilla, but the other ships would need captains. And
right.
You made a claim on the Fallen Crown. She's yours. Dalton and I can be perfectly happy with 2 gulls. It's 1 more gull than we need to be happy. Truthfully, don't you say, Dalt?
Absolutely. I have plans for the prisoners also. Let's just throw that out there.
Okay. The diddler has plans for the prison. Okay, I'm going to leave them to you then. I will say to Rainsborough, okay, that is a very large ship.
And slow. slow
and
compared to the
yeah,
goal.
and slow. Now, I fully would intend to turn it into a flying fortress of common villainy, but I'm willing to trade you for your goal if you would rather have my ship instead.
That goal is mine, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, your ship.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would
I'm
ask
keeping
Gold about.
That's the ship
Okay.
I want. I'm keeping that ship. I'm going
Okay.
to be on
Yeah.
that ship.
The original goal, Rainsborough will only give Lily one reason, one of his two reasons for not agreeing to that. And the reason he will give her is that it's been his ship for long enough that he's grown attached to her. And the reason he won't and the reason he won't give her, which she might be able to figure out because she knows him, is that she wants it.
Right. Well,
Awesome.
right. That's fine. Well, I will say that I was offering this to you because I will not keep this ship clean in the eyes of the law. So if you don't need
none of us
a
care.
clean ship, then by all means, that's fine by me. All good.
Excellent. So you're taking all 3 ships back to Hag's Knife?
Yep.
Cool.
Great.
And then we're going to have a proper pirate time.
Fantastic. So, Dolt, you had views on the prisoners. So you've got 2 sets of prisoners. You've got Byron and his associates, who are not locked up but do not have their weapons, and then you've got the 6 of Driscoll's henchmen.
And wait, where's the other captain? Don't we have?
Driscoll fled.
Yeah.
No, he's done
With a parachute.
Byron is who I'm talking about.
Byron's the Fallen Crown captain. Yep.
Yeah. So are they all in the same cell? Do we have multiple cells?
I don't think you locked Byron and his men up. They surrendered readily, but you could have.
They surrendered, and yeah, I think.
Yeah, we have
them respectfully.
Yes, that's what I would assume. And we have people in the brig that are not.
Yeah, so these are Driscoll's men.
Yep, cool.
Devils all.
Yeah, I would take a reasonable amount of blood booze, down with me and have a chat with them, I think.
Okay. So
the premise is I would offer them all booze. I'd pass out around the booze, have a drink, right? Would they drink with me?
Yep. They will absolutely drink with any person, and they will drink the worst liquor available.
Oh, and this is probably great, right? Like this is witch bread, delicious blood stuff, right? I'm taking them the good stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, like, if you fail on the roll, I'm going to say that I'm helping by adding like some really very interesting ingredients to that stuff.
Okay, so you're adding the ingredients, which will let you help later. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is happening?
Well, I would be drinking from this too, so I might be because they wouldn't trust me to hand them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very funny if you also get affected.
It's fine. And I'm saying, what's the story you guys are going to tell when we get to port?
They kind of look at each other. You can tell that they have concocted a story. Bartleby is their kind of de facto leader. He's the first mate after Driscoll.
Bombay? Bartleby. Yep. So I'd be talking to him. Bartleby. Yeah. So I don't want to say exactly the answer to this question. Your life depends on it. But I am saying exactly that. Like, tell me how you're gonna. What's the story? in your viewpoint of how the past, like, let's say 24 hours have gone down.
Okay, so his story is that he's telling you that they're going to say is, oh, Driscoll's, did us over and he's no good. That's what he's telling you. But that isn't the story he's going to tell. There's no way. These guys are hardcore Driscoll, fans. They enjoy oppressing and being violent to other people. And they're just going to tell a bunch of lies about how you guys are, Driscoll was playing fair and you cheated him and just a bunch of lies. Yeah. Now, to be fair, these are Driscoll's men, right? No one trusts Driscoll.
Yeah.
But
it's all good. And I'm just going to say, yeah, that sounds great. How can you convince me that this is the story, the actual story you're going to tell?
He goes, oh, we've been practicing saying it together, haven't we, lads? And they're like, they're coming off with some rote words as though they'd learned it at school, which is very unconvincing.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, can you read, sir?
Can you read? That's a good question. He cannot.
And so I pull out a horseshit piece of paper that says nothing about nothing, flap it up, and I say,
yeah,
this is the story you're going to put your name to. You're going to make your mark to this, every one of you. Or we're going to see if you guys can fly. I don't know. Can any of you guys fly? I'm sorry.
They all look at each other and they're like, no.
Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase. You have two choices. Do you fly? How do you feel about witches?
They're like, what? What witches? They didn't truck with witches.
Who wants to make the mark?
They all kind of look at each other for a second reluctantly, and then Bartleby just shrugs his shoulders and is preparing to make his mark. I don't think your point is that the witch will do something to him if you make a mark. He hasn't latched onto that.
If they don't make a mark,
not bright enough.
You can make your mark or talk to the witch. Your choice. It's fine with me.
Oh yeah. He's signing it, but he's like whatever signing it. Like he's just going to do what he wants later.
Yeah, I got what I wanted. Cool. And, and I would walk this up to Rainsborough and say, Lacy, we might want to dispose of these assholes.
Well, my friend, we shall find a rock to leave them on, where they can grow long beards.
I like this.
So what have I got on my charts, White Bread? Somewhere that maybe we've left people before, we've marooned people before, or maybe we've been marooned there before.
Yeah, there's a beautiful spot on the quartermaster's blades because it's close to the maelstrom, so there's bad winds, but you can kind of duck in there and drop someone off if you're careful. And that's a place people don't fly over, so they will be there for some time.
Can we duck in there on a loop back to the Hag's Knife then, and we'll put them ashore. We'll put them ashore on the most blighted rock we can find, where they're gonna have water and be able to eat, sky limpets or some shit like that.
Yep, that is you describing the quartermaster's blades. That's the perfect place to drop them.
That's what we'll do.
And also,
here's your new home, lads. Enjoy.
Yeah, and I would tell Lily that I told them that they had this option, and like maybe just giving her the option to put the fear of witch into them, if she wants, or it'd be hilarious if we left them some hilarious, booze to drink from.
I think that I'm going to have a little bit of like pigment on it would be red, or I think red, maybe bloody like, and I'm going to walk up to each of these men and smear them a little bit on their clothing. And I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not going to do anything else. Just smirk a little bit and leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have said it was a joke, or like what. It doesn't matter. Like whatever you.
No. I'm not telling you what I'm doing to them.
Cool.
I'm not telling anyone what I'm doing.
Okay, they're looking at each other like nervously, like what the. Anyway, so you drop these lads off, and your last vision as you fly off is them kind of standing desolately in a circle, kind of looking at each other, not working out what to do.
Yeah. I'll shout out a tale of Captain Tom Thomas, who was left here. He was a dreadful drinker, couldn't spend a minute without grog in his hand. But after 15 years on that rock, he came back a sober man. You'll thank me in the end, lads.
I love this.
Sorry,
No
having a house emergency, but I think it's okay. So
You got to go.
think.
No, I'm good. No. It's just a little thing that needs fixing. Go ahead, Dolt.
No, that's it. That's all I had.
Okay, great.
We're on our way.
So you're dropping Byron. Your other ship, maybe the Fallen Crown, drops off Byron and the others at the scavenging fields where they can kind of get a lift out of there.
Right.
Yep. Okay, fantastic. And then you both heads back to Hag's Knife.
Yep.
You're at Hag's Knife. You have a range of new crew members. So if you look at the doc, I didn't share it, but if you can grab the link.
I put it in voice 3 chat.
Okay, sweet. So there's on the Driscoll, the pirates that Driscoll hired, there's Nedwood's bastards, who are bloodthirsty, heavily armed guys, not loyal to Driscoll at all. Happy to be loyal to you guys. Gianna's old hands, who are experienced gunners. Hatch's crew, who are riggers, who will only work with guild riggers, so they won't work with Fel or Chris, for example, like on the same boat. And then in the Fallen Crown, you've got an engineer called Harriman, who's experienced, but he's a little bit nervous about being hung as a pirate. You've got Long Range Letty and her gunners, so those 12 gunners can man quite a substantial number of cannons, and there's 8 cannons on that ship. And then you've got Ballycourt's Bounders, who are some quasi-legitimate kind of dudes who not quite pirates all the time, but they're up for anything and kind of troublemakers. And then Felicity's hard workers, who are really, they're just plain sailors, never been pirates before, but they're willing to give it a go.
Actually, before we fully dock, I may actually leave our Swan a little bit and in some kind of quiet mooring area. I actually have a better idea of what I want to do with it.
Sure.
Since it's clean, and I will probably do something along the lines of having Byron sign off the Swan to either to me or to basically have the papers left blank on who has it. I want to sell it.
Yep, no sweat. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So he's happy with that. Okay.
Yep.
So
Did you say you're gonna sell it?
I don't tell anyone what my intentions are for now, at least.
Okay. Well, I think Rainsborough's mood lightens noticeably as we leave the Fallen Crown behind. But so how many crew can we? We want every bit of square inch on both these gulls full of crew, right? But we don't want anyone that's uncertain or doesn't have a record or has a family to go back to.
Right.
But we definitely like some extra crew, I think, on the 2 gulls. I don't know but because you want a good crew on the Fallen Crown as well, right?
My intention, out of character, I'm not telling you this just yet. I want to sell the Fallen Crown for a Raven. But the thing is, I want to up the price on the Fallen Crown because it's legit, and I'm selling it to pirates. I want a pirate Raven. That's my plan.
So, Raven substantially
Is
more
20 plus, right?
Yeah. And
well,
so
a Swan is like 16, right? I should be able to up at least 4 helium on that.
Yeah, this is not an amazing Swan. It's 10 helium sold legit.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're missing 10 plus helium. You have 30 helium, but remember the crew always has a share of that, and Narissa has a half share, so you have 15 helium in tanks.
That's true. That's
and
true.
Can you get a loan? This is gonna be curious.
Right? Can we get a loan?
Don't we that deal? There's no we.
Can I get a loan?
Can a witch get a loan in this day and age? Curious about
I don't know that people would see you as a good investment.
Take your broom. It'll help.
That's probably true.
Because they'd be nervous that you'd use magic on them to, Yeah.
So we've got a crew of 16. How many do we have on each of these gulls right now?
So you've got 20 on the Formal Driscus 7, and you've got 31 on the Fallen Crown, which is quite a large crew for something. Now, it's got 8 guns on it. You can move guns around, of course. So you could add more guns to your gold.
Yeah. So we could add 10. We could add 10 to the Driscoll 7, to the former Driscoll 7.
Which we need a
which
name
Dalt's called the Echo, right?
Oh, called the Echo. Excellent.
Is it? I didn't call that. Did I?
I thought you said mine's the Echo.
No, mine is. You're flying mine. I don't. I'm keeping on our ship. This is because I won it in a card game.
So that means Richer. So Richer is in command then of what was the Driscoll 7, and we'll call it something suitable. But we can get 10 more crew on that.
Richard's served us well. He deserves a name, right? Like he deserves to name if he's going to take command. True. Do we care?
That just throws it at Whitebird.
Well, no, we can play it.
Yeah, I think you're going to be using it. It's not quite as good as your gold, that one. We're getting into a lot of administration here. Perhaps we should go and party first, and then see what's going on.
I was just thinking of crewing that with Felicity's hard workers, because that gets it up to a maximum 30, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then you could leave the bounders on the ship that you don't know that he wants to sell.
Where is Felicity's?
Yes.
It's at the bottom. Is this in here?
Number 3, Felicity's hard workers.
Yeah.
And then what was the other? What was the other one available? The Sailors Guild or Sneck Steady Hands?
You've got Felicity's hard workers, which would leave enough with Ballycourt's bounders to sail the other ship.
Yep.
And what's the other one available? Yeah, it's Nedwood's Bastards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they'll come aboard. They'll come aboard the Revenge.
Okay, so you're moving Nedwood's Bastards to the Revenge.
Yeah.
And you're moving Rich's Motivated Merchants. Okay, so you're probably a bit undercrewed on the Revenge right now.
Have we got any more crew of any sort? There's the gunners, is there? There's some gunners.
We can hire them. probably.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out like. So I would like to know how important is speed for these vessels, because we were just able to sneak up with two gulls on the on the Swan and straight up take it down. I would like to know
Only one.
Right, that's right, only one gull. And we were just able to take it down. Like, is a gull straight up better than a Swan, or what exactly
It's
did
chubby.
we was the important part?
Think of the Swan as like a merchant vessel, right? It's large,
Mhm.
tubby kind of vessel, kind of slow. Strapped a bunch of guns on it to make it more
Okay.
to protect it. So it's just to catch something with a Swan is not an easy thing to do. You've got to, you're pretending it's legitimate and suddenly turning on someone or some other trick. Yeah, but a Swan is not a gulls or ravens are the common pirate vessels.
We had a
Okay.
good plan, and we got lucky.
That's true. Yeah, I think I would buy a gull instead. I think that may be just the way to go. Because I definitely don't want to be sitting duck in a large ship.
Yeah,
That's really what that ship
So
was
that's
there
prob-
for, to give us some legit,
Yeah,
be a target, be a decoy,
Yeah.
and us swoop in.
yeah. I will definitely want a different. I will definitely want a gull. And I will see how I can crew it.
Yep.
Then
yeah.
Okay, so we split up, right? If I get this right, we
Mhm.
split up. The Fallen Crown goes to a quiet mooring somewhere where Lily can get
Yeah.
it ready to sell
Be sold. Yes. Yeah.
with the painter and the painter's nephew,
Joshua. Yep.
and the two gulls go back to the Hag's Knife to have to split the rest of the booty and have a party
Right.
Yep.
and tell tales.
Before Lily dashes off, I'd say, who's the second best painter in this place?
That's a good question. Do I know?
Let me check. You you
is
have
there
heard of someone.
I would say, Lily, do you have a friend that would help it? Because now we have 3 ships. You can only be on one at a time. Can we have a second painter?
Okay, so
I was-
Lily.
Mhm.
Sorry, you know Lily that Bethany is is a renowned painter as well, and
I'm going
probably
to.
yeah. But she is also Isabel's former lover.
Very good.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Dalt. I see you talking. You're not working. We need a lift.
We do not need lift. We need drink.
That's right. We
And a
need to lift the
historian.
cups. I'm going to say the best bet I've got is our good friend Isabel's ex. I can
I like
whip her
this.
out. I can whip her up. I think it would be very funny. Would it be very effective? I don't know.
I mean, you're taking our painter, but you, the witch, proved painters are a good idea to me. I want this. I want one of these. It vexes.
It seems to me like Rainsborough
the
has
captain.
a. I'm actually going to talk to Isabel and ask her where she wants to be, which ship she wants to be on.
She's staying with you.
she's
Okay. You don't want her. Yeah. She's definitely.
No,
I
would be fine with Lily. I'm saying, like,
Well,
okay.
But
I see a
assume she was
fine
going
swan
with me.
over there. I see a fine swan over there, which could do with a good rig, Adult.
I was like, are we going to have this conversation now or later?
Rainsborough just turns on his heels and stomps up. The last thing he says is, "When we're all ready, We're going to Hag's Night. And he slams the door behind him as he goes into his cabin.
And I laugh a little,
well,
and I said, "You heard the captain," while giggling, and
I'm just like lighting my pipe with opium. I'll say very well. Isabel stays with me. I'll seduce you another painter. Oh man!
Are you saying this in front of Isabel?
No. I'm not saying this in front of Isabel. I'm just like I'm gonna like go with
I'm
Dol
cool with that
for a little bit.
Yeah.
As I'm like smoking, I'm gonna say I'll see about seducing you another painter guy. I'll see about it. You know. Well, if I had a bit more of our portion of the helium, I would certainly be able to do a bit more with that. You know, but you know what it is.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But if you want to find me a painter, I feel like you're onto something with this painting thing, Lily. We need another painter. Find us one, or like right. I'll try, but like I'm gonna be busy for a little while. You go, and he's got the guitar and paper under his that he bought for Fen under his arm, and he's got Fen with him. We've got some work to do, but the painter was a good idea. I got to tell you, which
I'm gonna like look him up, and I'm gonna say maybe you should sign up for the Academy of Poetry and not like pirating.
Whatever you just said, I'm sure is funny, but I'm going.
All right, so you guys jump on your ships and head off to your various moorings. There's one other thing I was going to say as we sailed over, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, Richard watches this exchange and he's shaking his head. Like, gets on the other gull, like he's like with the captain. What are you guys doing? Let's get cracking. Let's get some piracy going on. Okay, right. So you head back. You guys arrive back at the Haphazard Harlequin dock there, and there is a very jovial atmosphere with the crew. Because you meet up with the other gull and everyone's like, yes, this is fantastic, you know, great success. They're toasting the captain. Yeah, tell me the story of the
Rissers. I have like half an hour before I hit the grog, so I'm going to find Nerissa's man of business, Mason.
Yep, Mason's there.
And, I mean, I assume he's got some dockers, some stevedores working
he just hires some. Yep, it's all good. Yep, there's plenty of people who want to work here. Yep,
I'll show him the goods.
Okay, so he goes, whoa, these look legit. Are these legit?
Well,
because we painted them.
They can
We have
pass.
the papers, actually. They are 100% legit.
Okay,
no, not
so
the
you're
ships,
telling him...
The cargo.
Yeah, the helium. So are you telling him the helium is legit? If you tell him it's legit, they will mix it in with other stuff and sell it very quickly. The downside is when one of those helium canisters is returned to Hexspire, they will be, wait a minute, this ain't legit. And then Hexspire agents will be following the trail.
So I'm going to say they can pass, but there's no need, you know, you can alter those cylinders as you want. The original deal stands. I'm not trying to pull a fast one on you, Mason.
Or ask for more money.
Yeah, no, I assume you're at the bar, right? So I'm making sure there's going to be no bullshit. Going to be no bullshit around this transaction, right? We're just doing the transaction.
Okay, so you're owed 15 helium in coin. He only has 5 on him, but if you can either keep 10 of the bottles, or he'll organise Nerissa to be here by tonight with the other 10, and she'll be picking up the helium.
A spit in the palm of the hand job. It's fine.
Okay, all right. So he loads you up with gold coins, a substantial quantity of gold coins to match 5 helium.
Should have saved one of the. Should have traded our unlegit for a legit at least. Come on, I did some work. You just Dalton will just shake his head at you, like, Captain. Are we warriors?
I'm going to set.
Are we
I'm
warriors?
going to buy. I'm going. You're a warrior. I'm going to set Dalt up with a stage and a bottle, and I'm going to set myself up in the corner with a bottle and a cup and the coin, and then I'll get all the men to file past, and we'll do shares as contracted.
Yep, fantastic. All right, so you're paying out the crew right now. They are extremely pleased with this. This is a great opportunity for them to spend it all. The Haphazard Harlequin is giving you free drinks all night, Captain, because you have just given your crew
every man that passes me, I'll say, yeah. Every man that passes me, I'll say, spend it here, lads. The locals will love us forever.
Excellent. Well, the Haphazard Harlequin is very, very supportive of this thing, and is giving you free drinks. You and the officers free drinks, which means Dalt as well, because he's the quartermaster, and Richard, because he's the captain of the other vessel.
And I am singing songs of our
battles
and yada yada yada.
Like, and you're giving Fel the guitar, and she's
playing. I unravel this lovely guitar for fun, and like give it to her, and she's the singer in this. I'm the fiddle player. She came up with a whole. She's painting the picture that Lily couldn't paint, right? Like, or adding to the picture that Lily's painting, because we couldn't bring it with, right? Like, so like, and we're like, we're a few hours in, and like, the songs, she keeps coming up with good ones. And then I mentioned maybe we should spread the wealth around town to some of the crew, get them out, like spread the story.
All right. So you guys are coming up with a song that's going to capture people's imagination about the daring exploits of the Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And Fel can definitely work on the music with you. And Chris is the singer. Beautiful singing voice.
Okay,
she's
cool.
a bit shy.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yep. So Fel is the guitar player, can play any stringed instrument.
Yes.
And cool. Chris has the beautiful singing voice. Yeah. So I think that
awesome.
The three of you plus, I think the guys Hatch's crew have some singing and singing ability as well, so they will join in, but they will not sail with non-riggers, so they'll have to be on a different vessel. Okay.
That's okay.
So let's make a roll to see how well this spreads. How catchy is this tune?
6. Not good.
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
Okay, so you're playing this tune and everyone's just too busy drinking. No one's concentrating. They're all excited for their gold and not concentrating. So you are a fiddler, though, so you can.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can re-roll.
Oh, that's true. 5. So it's just not going over well, and I need the captain to tell a tale, let's say. Be up on a table.
So you break the song and call the captain over to shout a story.
Yeah, I say, do the thing that you do. Yeah. Calm these fuckers down. They're too excited about whatever is going on tonight. We need this song to land.
I don't know that I've got. I don't know that Rainsborough's even got like a sense of rhythm. So tapping his feet,
no.
or
tell
out
the
of
tale.
time.
Just like you're a talker, you can command the audience. I want you to shut this audience up for a little so they listen to the fucking song.
It's got to be a toast, then, right? It's got to be a toast. So I think I bang my cup on the table and stand up and
buy a round. Yes.
Yeah, I'll buy a round. I mean, there's some coin left on the table. I'll buy a round. I've kept back enough for a pair of boots, I think. I bang my cup on the table and I say, lads and lasses, it's time to tell the tale of the story of what we've done and how it happened, and to toast every action and every man amongst us and every woman amongst us, and then pay attention to the song that you'll remember, the way that you'll be able to tell it in the future with your own voices, and every ship you sail upon, and hopefully I'll get their attention, and I'll tell the tale, maybe punctuated by verses of the song, like a weird narrator in between verses.
Sounds amazing. Give us the roll. Let's see what happens.
Sounds amazing. Yeah. Now, how do I roll a? Where's the chat gone? Come on. Here we are. 6. That work?
Wait, where are you? There you go. 4.
What?
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain.
Awesome.
So
I can't wait to hear this.
You can dark secret a devil's bargain. You can come up with what that you want it to succeed, and I'll come up with something bad.
A dark secret, or a devil's bargain. So I was thinking maybe there's a woman here, and she's an ex, maybe, but I don't know how I can feed that into a devil's bargain or a dark secret.
I do.
What would be an appropriate dark secret for this particular thing?
Maybe not maybe not dark secret. Devil's bargain is we get the next gig.
Oh, and it's not good.
Yeah, but that was kind of the devil's bargain that we made to get that gig, wasn't it?
It was. I got another one for you. You've become so popular. It works really well. It's become so popular in this bar that they take down another captain's standard and replace it with yours, and he's standing in the room looking at you.
No. Rainsborough's not like that at all. Rainsborough's not like that at all. Yeah, no, Rainsborough's.
What do you got, Simon?
Not you, but
what was that?
I was saying I just love it so much.
Rainsborough would be scandalized by that. He loved it. He said he loves it so much. Okay, so here's the devil's bargain. The song goes down, but there's somebody here. There's somebody here who a spy or an agent or somebody who doesn't like Rainsborough. Okay, so that's it. That's where the X comes in. The devil's bargain is, I'll give you the negative side. The devil's bargain is she decides that my luck has finally turned for the better.
She's betting against
and
you.
she doesn't like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how about Amber? Is ex-lover? Is that what we're talking?
Ex-lover, yeah.
Okay, so and Amber is
maybe I've got no idea how angry she is with me.
How about this? If you're okay with this, Billy, how about she's an alchemist? Yeah.
Are there a lot of alchemists?
She's not Lily Standard, but she makes things. Or is that too close?
I'm wondering how that would be interesting. How we could make that interesting. I feel like I'm not sure if I should be like roped into this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's skip that. That doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might give me a reason not to. Might give me a reason not to trust witches.
Okay.
That's right.
She is a maker of charts.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. She's a chart maker.
Yeah.
That will actually give me a reason to want to have a good relationship with her as well.
Yeah. So she has travelled on ships with you because she is mapping charts and currents and important details like that.
Awesome.
And she's in the room and she sees this shenanigans and is jealous, angry, annoyed by the whole thing. And you see her out of the corner of your eye, walking off, glaring at you, and then walking off.
I noticed that for 1 second, and then I think that's not a problem. I'll see her later, and it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's all good. Okay, Lily, cover quick what your plan is. So you're flying this.
I have 3 things. One is trade the swan for a gull. I will name the gull the Viper Princess.
Mm-hmm.
And paint the replace the color of the sails to red, like vibrant red. Yeah. And I would invite Isabel to whatever is the meaning of a fancy dinner in that shithole of a port, and try to get lucky. And that's my plan.
Okay. And so in doing this trade, who are you going to? You're going to Narissa?
I will speak with Narissa among other people. I will generally try to basically what I will tell her is that I have a legit swan and I want to upcharge it and sell it with some profit and basically get a gull instead to have some spare helium to outfit it a little bit better.
Yep. So yeah, okay. So you could go see Narissa. The other person you could go and see is you could go to the Dark Tower and see. Where is her name? See the captain who runs from there. They would be very interested in a legitimate goal because they're kind of on the out of society. So you could probably get a better price there. Narissa's lower risk, but
I think I would go to that guy then and arrange a relatively safe meeting. I wouldn't want to just waltz into his domain, so to speak, but I would meet with him or his representative and basically.
Captain Francis is a notorious captain, has a raven, operates out of the Dark Tower. So she is. So you could literally just fly to the Dark Tower and make a trade for a gull for this.
Yeah. And well, obviously I would want to upcharge, right? I won't say that I will just exchange my swan for a gull. I will want the money, and I will buy a gull with that money.
Okay, yeah, they'll have gulls there, and they could do a good deal and cross trade. So you're talking 10 to. So you could get 2 options. You can get a small gull with very limited stuff for quite a low, like 5 helium, with only 4 guns, or you get the best gull they have there, which is 8 gulls, 8 helium. It has 8 cannons, and it's got a Jacob's ladder and all the fancy tech that you need to make it fly. So if you go with the 8, you sell this for 10 and get a little bit more, say 12.
Is there a way that I could upcharge it? Could I get it to 11 or 12?
I was going to give you 12.
Oh, okay. If it works for 12, then yeah, that's what I'm going to go for.
Okay, so that gives you 4 helium. So they give you 4 helium canisters, not like stolen, dodgy ones.
Yep.
In the trade. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Yep. So yes, you do that.
Excellent.
Fly your gold
I
back.
tell nothing about my upcharge. I will only say that I exchange my swan for a gull to the rest of the party.
Mhm.
I said I needed something faster. I now have I exchanged for a gull.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the price of the cannons. It's 2 more for the extra cannons, so you're only up 2 helium.
Right.
Is that enough?
Yeah. But I have a better outfitted ship.
You've got a better outfitted ship for piracy, and you've got 2 helium that only you know about.
Is there a way that I could, I don't know, maybe buy some better armor or something like that for my ship, like upgrade my ship in some interesting ways with that 2 helium?
You kind of got all the mod cons on there already. You haven't got I think it's called a half
balloon?
The half balloon, yeah. You haven't got a half balloon. That would blow you 2 helium completely.
I think I may be willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm already the rigger of my ship, and I use different movement than a regular rigger. So,
Okay.
I think I would actually. You know what? I'm gonna keep it because I worry that I feel like that 2 helium may be useful later. I'm just gonna keep the money for it.
All right. Okay. So you then sail back to Hag's Knife to join the others.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now,
Okay.
I'm not like doing crazy partying because, as I said, I'm inviting Isabel instead.
Yep. And you've missed the party because that took you about a day. This guy's party.
Yeah, that's
hard for a day.
fine by me. Fine by me.
One more thing that Rainsborough wants from the long night, okay, which I guess will be, a kind of the grey light of morning will break over, whiskery, still drinking pirates in the haphazard Harlequin. But I want one more thing. I want some really bizarre tale of a wreck, of a lost ship, of a rare treasure that no one would be foolish enough to go after. That kind of story. That's what I want. So if that's a carousing, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. In the morning, I won't even remember who told me, but I'll remember the story. That's what I want.
Okay. So you want a crazy story, like a treasure map or a
like a wrecked ship that's far too deep in the atmosphere for anyone sane to go after, or a place where something was hidden. Something unfeasibly stupid.
Yeah. So let's say you wake up clutching in your hand a map with an X on it, and you have no idea who gave it to you.
But I'm excited about it, right?
Yeah,
excited
You
enough
remember
to go
being like, this is a thing. There's a thing here. Something of high value.
Yeah.
So I would like to do one thing. Like I will arrive like the next day when they're dying of hangover, and I'm gonna basically show them that I have hangover medication, but I'm giving none of it to anyone until they say that witches are literally the best, and they love witches. And no one who doesn't say that is not getting it.
Dalt isn't even there. He blew off the second the song wasn't going over in the bar. He took to the brothels because that's where.
But it did go off. It did go off because you had my help.
Yeah,
right.
It did, but like he hit the brothels to really drive home the point. A and B, like wanted a good bed. So
that you know what that's going to involve. As soon as I've told Lily that witches are the best and drunk this brew, I'm going to go searching the brothels for Dolt.
Yeah, cool.
You're going to be woken up. You're going to be woken up by Rainsborough standing at the end of your bed, right?
Yeah,
clutching this map.
Yeah,
I think
because Dalt put that letter in your hand last night when you were trash.
Right.
Before he split.
Right. I think one note is that normal hangover brew tastes very, very bad. But I think Lily has come to like appreciate Rainsborough to the point where she like ensures that the one that she gives to him is the one she drinks, which is like it's way tastier. It's like it tastes of some like vanilla, something like that, almond milk kind of vibe. Not the best, but like it tastes way, way, way better than the usual hangover medicine. I'm gonna say you're gonna get something a little bit better, Mr. Captain.
Yeah, I drink it, and I guess all the way to finding Dolt, I'm thinking that was nice. That was a trick. That was nice, and now I feel better. It was clearly a trick.
Witches are never nice.
So yeah, I'm going to find Dolt and whoever the young woman is.
He's playing for like half the room is asleep, but like it's the entire brothel. Okay. It's just like adorable.
Oh,
and you
okay.
walk
Excuse
in.
me, ladies. Yes, excuse me.
And he's fine with it. Like this is normal to him. He doesn't need any hangover medicine at all. This is par for the course.
Dolt, Mr. Dolt, I have a map, chart room, and breakfast.
Oh,
15 minutes.
Map? Where'd that come from? I have no idea. He's like, I can't wait to learn what the deal is with it.
I'll tell Lily as well. And what I would like to do, if it's okay with Lily and Dolt, is convene a meeting over this highly untrustworthy map in the chart room.
Where did I get the map is a question. I'm going to leave it to Robert.
Well, I think let's just explore the map. Let's just leave it out there and see what happens with the map, because it could be anything. Maybe Amber handed it to you. Let's find out later. That's a
potential dark secret for you later, right?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I have a collection of dark secrets.
Okay, so let's get cracking on get some adventure going in this game. So you meet in the room. You're ready to go. Narissa happens to be there with a strong box with 10 gold worth of helium in it. 10 helium worth of gold in it that she's dropping off, and she's slapping you on the back and going, "More of the same, Rainsborough. More of the same."
Very soon, when I have something to do. When I get back, we'll talk.
Excellent. Now, are you taking all 3 ships with you on this gig?
Do I know? Yeah. I think we probably are.
Right. I will tell Rainsborough that I've exchanged the Swan for something more fit for pirating. Which is the goal.
She looks a lovely vessel, Lily. I particularly like the bright red sails.
Look,
I do. No, I do.
Oh, you actually do. Okay. Don't worry. I can whip out some ways of camouflaging them and the rest of the vessel. Fear not.
I just think Rainsborough's. I guess Rainsborough's a fairly good liar, right? So he says he does like them, but actually what he's kind of thinking is that Lily just decorates everything, right? And thank God the painter's with you, sort of,
That's right. The painter is with me.
She's painting a picture of your assault on the Fallen Crown right now, but
sure.
There is
did I have the time to like take her out?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Okay. then yeah, I will get her on the Viper Princess, and I will get the men from the
Fallen
one
Crown.
over to the Viper Princess, and yeah, we're
Yep. So you got Harriman with you. He's a little bit nervous about being hung as a pirate, and now he's more nervous that he's on this ship because this is clearly a pirate vessel. But this is a better ship than the Echo, and it's got more guns than the Revenge.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to
So,
talk to Harriman and ask him if he is like if he would be willing to go with us. Right now, I'm gonna ask Rainsborough like what's our plan.
well, that's why hopefully the three of us are going to the chart room.
Okay.
So in the chart,
then I'm gonna go to
no
the
one
chart
else.
room and figure out what's our job, and then I will consider if I want Harryman on it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I think the main thing is work out where this chart corresponds to. So that takes, the silver rim spectacles and all the charts, and I'll try to work out where it is.
Yep.
And yeah.
It is just south of Half Moon Forest.
Okay. And do we know anything about that area?
So Hexspire. So it's south, so it's not quite on the trade route to Tin Isles. It's a little bit out of the way, so there shouldn't be too much traffic down in that area. It is closer to Hexspire, right? Which is so the Hexspire doesn't have judges; they just kill the pirates on site. There's no courts in Hexspire. The Hex mages run that place like it's not a democracy at all. Yeah.
So I'll show them the charts. Obviously, Rainsborough's excited. He tries to transmit that excitement to you. He can't quite remember the details of how he got the map, but it looks like there's something really interesting here. And the job is we find it. It's going to be fabulous. Of course it is. But when we get back, in any event, we've got more work with Narissa. So that's the job, he says, rather kind of, how sometimes you have a really good idea and then you have to explain it to other people, and as it's coming out of your mouth, it doesn't sound so great.
While he's explaining this, Dalt's is like, I gotta go take a shit. I'll be back in a minute. And leaves the
room. I'm going to look at the map and I will say, okay, I was talked a couple of things. I may know a number of things about their patrols, I feel like. At least how they used to be.
Hexspire?
So, right. So maybe I would know something about maybe they fly at a certain altitude. Maybe there's a way to approach the Half Moon Forest in such a way that would avoid the majority of the patrols.
Yeah, so they're patrolling. The Hexspire would patrol the trade route. They don't really care about anything else. Everyone else can go and sink as far as they're concerned. I think they're just protecting their business.
Yeah, I think Lily saying that we'll have a chat over the charts. I think Rainsborough's assumption would be around the hump, around the end of the dead man's fingers, past the spike, and around the south coast of Half Moon Forest, the long way. Does that make sense?
Unlikely to hit a Hexspire standard patrol under that. Probably the X that you're going for is as far as they would patrol outside the trade route as a standard thing.
Yeah. So the long way round, and with Lily's help, we'll try and work out the best way to get to the X from that long way round. Once we're there, the best way to get there without crossing any obvious patrol lanes, I guess.
Yep. Okay, I think you can work that out.
And then we
Okay.
decide to go with 3 ships for safety. I would imagine, particularly with the Viper Princess being better gunned than the other 2. Makes
Not
sense
for
to go with
long.
all 3.
I mean, if I see if I see one less gun on my ship and one more gun on the Revenge, there's going to be a lot of issues for Dolt or
I mean, there's
whoever
always
took it.
We'll already have an issue if we see more shit that you didn't cut us in on. So I don't care at all.
I already
At all.
said that I exchanged my Swan for this. So
Yeah, cool. I stole your guns.
okay, well I literally will order my men to just
Cool.
detach
Well,
the
you're
guns from the
talking
Raven.
with the captain. I'm taking his shit. I stole your fucking guns and your fucking helium.
Okay.
Okay, I think
Well,
you better roll.
when
for
I
that.
come back. Okay.
I think you better
Okay.
roll to see if you can do that,
Boom.
even while they're distracted. I think the crew's just going to go. So remember,
I got a 1.
On this, you got a 1. All right. Well, you're getting away. You like moving the guns, and Lily and Rainsborough come out because they finished their conference as the guns are being moved.
Mm-hmm.
Gold.
We gave the witch a ship. She came back with guns. Where's my cut? This is my cut. Take it or leave it, witch.
I'll look around. Well, I'm going to look around at the crew because they're going to be expecting. They're going to be expecting some resolution, some pirate-like resolution for this dispute.
Oh, there are a lot of observers for this, and Richard. You see
Yeah.
Richard there, and his
I'm
men.
going to turn.
His men have
I'm
gas
going-
guns and cutlasses. They're not pulled them out or anything, but they are ready to
Yeah.
get into stuff.
I'm just going to turn to Rainsborough and say, okay, just give me his cut of the money, and that's fine. He can take these guns.
Where's my cut of the money, witch?
Yeah. He
What-
just said that's his
wait.
cut.
Ship for.
Wait, Rainsborough will say, okay, and he's going to try and stop the row, and he's going to look at them both, half cross and half pleading, like, let's not do this. Look, I've got a really exciting map in there. Let's not do this. What's the value of these guns that have been hauled over from the Viper Princess to the Revenge?
1 helium each.
And how many guns have been hauled over? 2.
2, I assume. Yeah.
Does that balance the numbers of guns on the Revenge and the Viper Princess?
There's 6 on the original on the Revenge, 6 on the Echo, and 6 now on the Viper Princess because 2 of them have been removed. So normally 8.
So if one gun goes back, both the Revenge and the Viper Princess will have 7.
Yeah, except it'll be like you'd have 4 guns on one side, which for the load would be a bit weird.
What about a bow gun or a stern gun?
Yeah, you could barrel a stern gun. That's probably a good idea.
Okay, a bow gun. Here's my proposal to everybody. Rainsborough says a bow gun on each, and we reimburse Lily for the donation of the gun an extra gold, 1 helium.
I give her my fiddle.
Donation of the gun and extra gold.
No. So instead of having 8, the Viper Princess will have 7, one of which will be a bow gun.
On extra
And
gold.
I'll give you-
I misheard. Okay.
And I'll give you an extra gold. And
we won't
I'll give
kill
it to you from
for
I'll
doing
give
this
it-
shit behind our back. How about that, witch?
Wait.
and I'll pay it from, and I hold my hand up to Dolt and I say, and I'll pay it from my share, not from anyone else's.
I'll say the Viper Princess is mine. I'm fine with one of the guns going to you. But
7 guns
take
on
one
each.
more thing from me.
7 guns on each, then, and yeah.
I'll say, no reimbursement. We're in it together. You were willing to reimburse me, Rainsborough. Dolt, I don't respect people who steal from their friends. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Witch. Goodbye.
This is all settled. We're sailing together now, and we'll drink together later. Rainsborough says.
I'm going to move the distillery from Rainsborough's Revenge to the Viper Princess.
Yep.
And I'm cutting Dolt's access to alcohol from me. He can get it from other sailors, but he's not getting it from me.
You have nothing I need, Witch. Goodbye.
Okay, so the crew seems satisfied that is a very appropriate and balanced outcome. So everyone's kind of like, yeah, that's good. The captain sorted it out. So Richer, who's the captain now of the Echo, comes over and pats you on the back, Rainsborough, and says, "Yeah, that's well done. That's a good result."
I'll put my arm around him as the kind of the end bracket on this little dispute and say, yeah, but that's not the end of it, is it, Richer? We've got to keep our eyes on those two.
He goes, yeah, and remember, Captain, you always have my guns.
So, I think what I'll do is I shall, whilst we're getting ready to sail, I shall go and buy myself some boots. I'm going to buy something. I'm going to buy a very, very good bottle of something for Dolt. And I'm going to buy Lily a gift of some sort. And I kind of hate to do it because I still don't trust her. But I buy her something. I mean, I'll buy her a belt, or I'll buy her a feather for her hat, or
how about a silver that you can tap into like a silver crown for the broomstick,
like an end.
Nice.
Good, yeah. I'll buy something. I'll buy something in a silver decoration, and I'll buy Richer something too. And I shall, my new boots are quite noticeable. I hand out the presents, and then we go.
Excellent.
All right. Just as a note, I'm going to take my 2 helium, and I'm going to basically distribute it amongst the crew. I will say, okay, one half of this, buy yourselves better gear, the best you can. One half is for you.
Okay.
This is for your loyalty. This is just for my goal, only amongst my goal. The moment you see anyone from any of the other ships taking anything from here without explicit permission from me, shoot them immediately.
So Ballycourt says, no problem, Captain. Anytime anyone's got it, we shoot them on sight. You see, Felicity's guys are like, yes, we're loyal and we'll do what you say, but maybe we'll catch them, Captain.
Yeah, if you don't want to kill them, just I'll whip you out with some knockout gas and you just catch them.
Yeah, and so Letty kind of grunts and tells the guys to get on with fitting the gun back in, and she is ropeable about these guys taking one of her guns. Absolutely ropeable.
I'm going to it's who was it? Letty?
Letty, yeah. So she's your gunner. There's 12 of them. They can basically man 6 of the guns at once. So that's a substantial.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to tell her that I'm going to buy her a new gun with part of my share, but not right now. After the next mission, I will promise her that.
Yeah, she says that's fantastic. She's looking forward to having a full complement of 4 on each side again.
Good.
Okay, excellent.
So we've got 10. We've got 10 helium. And I guess what happens is 4 stays on board the Revenge. I give 3 to Lily and 3 to Richer.
Great.
And then that's shared.
Yep.
In case we should get separated, that's shared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. So you got them in lock boxes, and the various captains have the key.
Yeah.
Okay. You are sailing out, heading to the east of Dead Man's Fingers, just around the point, and back down past the spike. Now you left in the morning, I think. Yes, you left in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's getting into mid-afternoon by the time you get down into the region where the cross is. Above the cross, so this is south of Half Moon Forest, there is an egg, a balloon floating above the spot where the X is. Looks like a scavvy balloon, a scavenger's hunting for something. Yes, manned, but only one person in the basket. You know, you could have 4 or 5 people or whatever in a balloon like this. So probably some down below. They're working a pump system because it's deep. So they've got like a diver's suit, effectively.
Is there someone down below it then?
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
They're
Okay,
tethered.
nice.
Actually, there'd be more in the basket. Let's say they've got 3 in the basket because they've only got enough for 2 diver suits, and there's 2 divers down, and they have a swivel gun mounted on this balloon.
So I don't know how. I guess we're sailing in like a chevron, maybe. You know, like in a 3. We don't have squawk boxes, right? But can we signal or close enough to shout, perhaps?
Yeah, you could definitely be close enough to shout. And the balloons are fairly quiet, especially if you turn the propellers off for a minute, because they're kind of
just
electric.
A single balloon, right? A single balloon with a single basket.
Yeah, an egg, small like.
They're a long way out here, right? So
3 gulls coming up on them. They're not shooting at the gulls.
No, well, maybe not, but they're a long way out, and I wonder if they've been left here by someone, or if there's a. So we'll have to keep our eyes open, and I guess we'll approach with amicable intent to have a chat. How does that sound to everybody?
I agree.
Yeah. You're moving into the wind a bit. The wind is coming from the west, and there is some high cloud in this region.
Okay. So I'm gonna signal to Lily. Yeah, I'm going to signal to Lily and Richard to watch the clouds and to watch below. I think Rainsborough's assuming that there's another vessel somewhere, and we'll approach peaceably. We'll approach peaceably.
Okay.
White flag. White flag.
Yeah. So you got a white flag.
Not a white flag, but we're not a white flag, but we're not flying the skull and crossbones, right?
Okay. Cool.
So I think I would like to have my ship stay in the clouds, hidden for now, and I'll fly over on a broom to the ship that's approaching the balloon.
So you fly over to the Revenge and join the other 2, and keep your ship up in the cloud. Yeah, and Richard backs off and starts to circle round to the south.
Awesome.
Okay, so you get closer and you look at these. You see these guys. So as you get closer, you can see them manning the pumps for the air pipes. It doesn't look quite as convincing as you get closer. You realise that they weren't manning the pumps previously when you first saw them.
It's a trap.
Only started manning. Yeah, it's totally a trap.
It's totally a trap. Okay, everyone, guns. Everyone to the guns at the ready. Battle stations, everybody. Do you want to go back to your ship, Lily?
Yeah, I'm going back to my ship.
Okay, you jump on and start heading back to your ship, and they spring the trap because you're close enough. There is a Okay, so there is a raven up in the clouds that starts to head over and it breaks the clouds and starts coming down.
What colours is it flying?
It is flying the Hexspire colours. So you think that the Hexspire has seeded Hag's knife with a fate map to draw out some pirates?
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, ouch.
So you recognise this ship, Lily. This is the Hand of Fate. Captain Santigan is the captain of this. He's an ambitious junior Hexspire officer. And it's heavily armoured, and it has an onboard hummingbird, which is a very small, fast balloon system, which only takes a few crew. And he's launching the hummingbird.
How fast is a raven?
Hummingbird is the fastest. A raven is about the same speed as a gull.
So we could run, but we can't outrun the hummingbird.
You can't outrun the hummingbird. The hummingbird only has one lightning cannon, though.
Right. So I can take it down with a broom.
Yeah, hummingbird is a very kind of expensive for its size little balloon that's manned by a handful of people.
3 gulls versus a raven. So here's the maths. 10 to 18 cannons. Big crew potentially with Marines. I think good sense says there are Marines on there. We don't want to board it. I don't think we want to fight it particularly, do we? Is this just a bad day and we call it and we run? Disable the hummingbird and run?
What kind of man is the captain? Did I know him? Is he my ex?
If you want him to be, yeah.
I feel like the good dark secret would be that he's my ex and he's after me specifically.
Oh, that is good. Well, hold that till you need a roll. Hold it till you need a roll.
Right. That's right.
So let's decide. Let's decide whether we take them on and potentially, because we've not got anywhere. If there are 20 Hexspire Marines on there, we can't fight them on the deck.
I don't think there's a reason to engage it. They don't have.
We've got about the same number of guns, so we could outmaneuver them. We could fight them from 3 sides.
We could definitely take that thing.
Are we warriors or are we warriors, Dolt? What are we today?
We are fucking warriors. Come out to play.
Quick show of hands on the revenge then. And how does the crew feel in these moments?
They know that if you lose this fight, there's no court. They'll just throw you off. Like they won't even bother shooting you. They'll just throw you off en masse.
Yeah, and
there's no surrender then, lads. Are we up for the capture of a Hexspire Raven, or do we run?
Okay, so who have you got on the ship now? You've got so richest merchants are off. You've got Nedwood's bastards, and and so they're like, oh yeah, let's fight. And you've also got the Tower Hands. They don't know any better. They're happy to go on. Chris is pretty nervous about this. So she's like, whoa, this is not like tangling with a raven. Almost like she's done it before and regretted it.
How do the numbers look in terms then of those votes?
Yeah, they'll be voting for. Yeah,
I would take Chris. By the elbow and ask her, "Tell me what you want to know, or tell me what you know. Give me a thing."
She tells you they used to be pirates down in the Tin Isles, and they fought a raven, and Phil and Chris are the only survivors.
And I would
ask, had to walk.
Did you have 3 gulls? 3 gulls against that raven?
She goes, this ain't a simple trap. I've seen these traps. It isn't one raven. You're mad. There's more. There's got to be.
You better tell me that. You better tell me that, Dalt.
And then I would actually, I hate running. Dalt hates to fucking run. But he would run and say, Lacy, we're fucked. Let's go.
What did you just call me?
Lacy.
Okay.
Lacy.
Yeah, I heard. Okay, yeah, so that's it. We run then. The decision's made. We run.
All right. So in the south, you can see Richer is in the south. They have basically got 3 points on this. So they've got a gull in the south that rises out of the fog, and a gull in the north that is coming down out of the clouds too. So they've got you from 3 angles.
What
So
about the way we came?
If you head back the way you came, it's kind of past one of the gulls, but it's probably the safest way. Or you can run past and head to Lover's Tryst and try and get height and get out that way. That's just my initial suggestion.
Sorry, Weber. We would probably have, like, when we're fucked, what's the color of the fucked flag that we get?
Yeah, we'll signal run. Well, you said the wind's westerly, so if we turn back the way we came, we've got the wind behind us.
Yep.
So I'm going to trust Richard's skill and my skill and Lily's skill to run with the wind behind us. And
but probably split something. What do we?
Yeah, I agree with splitting.
So if we I don't want Richard to split. I don't want Richard to split, but we'll go on either side of the gull we're going past and catch it in a crossfire on the way past. If we need to
gulls
exchange
are north, south, and west. There's no gull to the east. So if
there's
you're
no
running
east gull. Oh, okay, cool.
You can just run.
Sorry, I thought we'd have to go. Yeah.
No, you can run out into the fog, into the into the kind of wilderness. And just as far as you want.
Just go back the way we came.
Yeah, that's kind of north. So yes, you're going north past the northern gull. Yeah, got it. So it's coming high. But yes, you can run past the northern gull and try on either side of it. Okay. So you start running north, the southern north east, and so the northern gull is coming, and you can pass either side of it, and the southern gull starts chasing you, and the raven is bearing down on the side. But at this stage, yes, you're only facing one, so you can go past either side and lightning canning it if you want. So
as long as it's not going to slow us down, yeah.
No, the gunners work. It wouldn't slow you down unless you ran your coil out, didn't have any electricity to run, but that's unlikely. Okay. Yes, take some shots then.
Can we aim for her rudder and try and just disable it? It's not a question of we're not going to stand and fight, so it's not kill all the crew or take out the guns. It's just stop the pursuit of that one, so only 2 are chasing us then.
So you're shouting down to Gustav to fire at the rudder?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Definitely.
Roll it up.
I don't know what Lily and the Viper Princess are doing at that stage.
Right. I would like to know. So the way I wanted to return to the Viper Princess would have been I flew into the clouds, not directly toward it, but a bit to the side, so that it's not obvious where the Viper Princess is. And I think that I'm just like hanging and kind of keeping an eye on what's going on. Once I see that they're fleeing, I will use the cloud cover, maybe even use my former like trick with the cloud, like the cloud potion, to cover myself up, and basically like I will first see if they can see me, if the other ships are pursuing me, right?
So they're not pursuing you. So your ship was high up in the clouds,
right.
And either they didn't see it or they're focusing on the other ships at this point. So theoretically, you could just sneak away in the clouds.
Yeah, I want to sneak away. I think I want my ship to sneak away. I think I will keep an eye, and if I see that they're having trouble, because I can't hear them from here, I will fly over to them and I will help them on my broom. But for now, I want my ship safe.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you guys are passing either side. So let's have a roll.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. So
Ideal.
we can bargain, or you can.
Yeah.
So you could fire, and they would fire back, exchanging fire. You take their rudder out, but one of your ships is damaged.
That would be the devil's bargain.
Or you can roll on.
Yeah.
Or you could take a dark secret and succeed.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late for that, isn't it?
No, we got a bargain.
No, because I rolled a 4.
Oh, the bargain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it opens up devil's. You can do a dark secret before you roll, or if you roll a devil's bargain.
Gosh. Well, a dark secret, and we succeed.
Can it be my dark secret? I think it would be very funny.
I think it's my dark secret.
I know it was your role, but okay. If you want your dark secret, I
don't know whether I want a dark secret or to have one of the ships damaged. Well, I think that would be quite interesting, but it does kind of dump Richer in it, probably, doesn't it? I spent some time waiting to be hanged before I was waiting to be hanged. I worked for Hexspire. I was a lawman,
Nice.
and the captain of this vessel knows me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he doesn't respond as quickly as he should.
So he was a drinking friend of yours or something, and he sees you and he goes, "It's
we
you."
were pals. We were pals, and as we pass, for no reason anyone can decipher, I tell all the gunners to hold their fire, and we pass without fire being exchanged.
Wow. Excellent. That's dope. Yeah. Love it. Okay.
Is that I was a lawman?
Yeah. So you
sure.
worked for Hexspire. So I think what you're saying is you've turned on Hexspire. So Hexspire is hunting you. That's what you tell the story you're telling me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. But also, pirates have no fondness for Hexspire sailors, right?
So you shout, "Hold your fire," and just so past. Yeah. And the captain looks at you and recognizes you and stalls for a second. Yes. Yes, that's excellent. All right, great. Yes, so you pass and you're on your way. So they're trying to hunt you down and catch you. It's going to be evening in a few hours. So theoretically, once you get to evening, you've got more chances to sneak off. But at this stage, they're trying to get in close. They've got the hummingbirds, so they're probably going to move forward and harass you with that, and try and slow you down. So let's see if you can get the lift you need to get away. So let's make this adult roll, because it's lift and load that matters now.
I'm thinking. So, 1.
So yeah, you can move ahead a bit, but they're still on your tail.
Where are they? Where's the hummingbird? Is that's the single balloon.
Yep.
Where are they?
Look. So they're kind of zigzagging forward of where you are and
Behind
harassing
us?
you.
Where are they?
No, they can get in front of you.
Okay, so are they in front of us? Where are they?
So you can put yes. There would be a time when they are in front of you. Yep.
So they're in front of us. We're gonna.
But just I think Whitebread's just talking about the hummingbird. The others must be behind us.
All the others are behind.
Yeah, I want to know about the hummingbird. Where they're in front of us? Are they above us? Below us? Where are they?
They would be above and in front. They're following you, right? So they're scouting out to see what's going on because they're substantially faster, and then occasionally going back to the Raven to refuel, and then coming around again.
Cool.
So yes, there are points when they're at all points of the compass. The threat is it's hard to get away from someone with such a super fast vessel, and they can take pot shots because they've got a lightning cannon, so they can fire at you now and then, potentially damage something important. So they can't take the ship out. They don't have enough guns for that. But this is a dangerous situation because it's very hard to get away, because if you kind of sneak off that way a bit and they do a circle and find you again, then the other ships are on top of you. So the hummingbird adds a substantial amount of difficulty.
Cool. So I've rolled 1.
So we've got to go up, right?
Yeah. So
one is keeping you away from them. You're making a little bit of ground on them.
Yeah.
And you can say, yep, that's enough for now, and then do a completely different thing, or you can try and improve that roll. Or re-roll. Yeah.
But I can't do a dark secret.
No. But you can say, yes, we get a bit ahead of them, and now I want to do something else in dark secret.
Cool. We got a little. So I thumbs up to Lacy with my roll.
Yep. So you get a bit ahead. So it's looking good right now, Captain. There's a bit of advance. The hummingbird is a real bother.
We've got to take the hummingbird out. But Lily's the Viper Princess is hidden. We can't signal. We haven't got squawk boxes. We can't signal the Viper Princess. But surely she must see that the hummingbird is the problem.
And I asked, "Do you want me to deal with this?"
Let's see what Lily does.
Okay. I will say I gave you flares. That would, I think it's logical that I gave you flares that would that you would like uncork in case and like lift up to the sky when you needed me. I will arrive in 3 days.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What is
3 days?
3 days.
No, I'm joking. It was a Gandalf joke. It's a with the rider,
okay.
3 day. Yeah, that's right.
Really funny.
That's right. It is very funny. So yeah, once you guys lift the flares, I think I will know that okay, there's something going on. So I will use how long can my broom fly? I would say decently long, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like the hummingbird. You can go out for a while, but you've got to come back. The other thing is, so you're up and above and a bit behind, let's say. That makes sense because you started a bit slow in the Viper Princess.
That's true. Yep.
You can see that they have a hex mage on this ship as well. He's whispering in the captain's ear, as those crazy hex mages do. So from where you're standing, that's a big problem.
Oh, that's a very big problem for sure.
It's not usual that they come out, but it wouldn't be one of the senior mages, but it's a again a junior mage trying to make their name, wearing the bright purple.
That's true. I think I may have been like them at some point.
Potentially, yeah.
I think that. So tell me this: on which ship? On the Raven? The Raven. That's the one that's pursuing the Gull, right?
Yeah. There's 2 gulls and a raven, and the raven's in the center in a chevron in an arrow formation.
Right, and the bird, the fastest ship would have to be on the Raven, correct?
The hummingbird.
Or on the Gull. The hummingbird.
No, the hummingbird
Okay.
comes back to the Raven, stops off, refuels, comes out again.
Okay. What's the range like that I know of on Hexspire mages? So how far could that Hexspire mage, if he doesn't enter that hummingbird, could he like take down the
There are a lot of
down that other ship? Go on.
there are a lot of stories that the mages say they can do. So theoretically, they could change the weather. Theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
So not directly bring the ship down, but could change the winds in ways that advantage the other ships.
Okay. Okay. This doesn't sound very good.
Well, listen. If Lily is concerned about the hex mage, then let's see what Dalt's got. Maybe we can throw them off, and then we can decide what to do about the hex mage if we need to.
Right.
What have you got, Dalt?
It's a good question. So
we need height.
That's not a problem. Where's the little balloon?
The hummingbird. It's wherever you want to be because it's circling around you, so you can hit at any point. So it can be in front of you, it can be off to the side. You guys have got a forward-mounted gun, so it's probably a little bit nervous about coming too close in front.
Right. So what's the actual
and the gunners
problem?
are probably having it.
Let's talk about the problem.
The problem is it's very hard to get away when, imagine a pack of wolves, but they also have a super fast wolf that runs around in front of the prey as well. That's your problem.
That's what I
So
thought.
that individual wolf can't take you down, but how do you escape when one wolf can run in front of you?
Remember we were talking about like we would have a secondary balloon off the boat that would doesn't matter actually. Dalt says, "I got this." He gives the signal to Chris, and God, I keep calling him Fen. I keep forgetting my gunners' names.
Fell, yeah.
Fell.
I think I assume they're two women, but you can make them in if you want. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fell and Chris. Yeah.
Dalt climbs the ladder. They crank the helium.
Mm-hmm.
He gets at the most advantageous part of the top balloon, starts running.
Yep.
And jumps for the hummingbird.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And he uses his dark secret.
Yes.
He lost that poker game with the ship.
To get the ship. That was a loss.
That was a loss. He lost the ship. And the ship is him, and he's the ship.
So they're tied together. You're tied together somehow.
Yeah.
So you lost it and walked away with the ship.
Yeah.
Wow.
The captain that won the poker hand got himself back or herself back, and I had to be the ship.
From the connection with the ship. Yeah. Wow.
It's the ship's a curse.
Yes. and so I land on that motherfucker, and it's mine.
Yep. Excellent. All right. So you jump down amongst the crew on the Hummingbird, and they are stunned. Right? Imagine like you used the balloon like a trampoline to give yourself.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It popped up and like launched you across. Yeah. All right. So you land on there. Excellent. So you're on there. It's amazing. There's still 4 or 5 crew. They're incredibly surprised.
Totally. And I kick the shit out of them. I just start flipping them overboard.
Yeah. All right. So you immediately flip one over. one of the guy steering, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or the
And then
gunner. I'd probably get the gunner first.
Okay, so
Whichever,
there's two gunners. Yeah, but they really need two to man the gun. So yeah, the gunners, you jump on at the back, and the two gunners at the back because it points backwards, so they can like.
Yeah, I would probably go for the captain. The captain first, right?
Oh, the captain.
You're right.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So you
Whoever
grab
was
the
in
captain
charge.
by the collar. So he's standing next to the helmsman pointing, and he turns around and sees you. He's like, "What?" You grab him by the collar and just whoosh, and he's gone. So there's a marine there as well, and there's a sailor steering and two gunners. So the marine draws his sword and comes whoosh, like, yep, he's coming at you. It's a thin, narrow deck on this thing. He's coming at you with his sword. The sailor who's steering seems to be concentrating on steering, and because it's buffeting and whatever. It's not a And the other ship just came close, so they suddenly took on speed. So he's concentrating hard, and the gunners are kind of looking around in alarm. They're not, they're not really armed for fighting. They're here to fire the gun. So they don't really look like they want to have anything to do with it. But there is a marine there, and he's coming at you with his saber.
And
he stabs at you.
One.
Okay, so yes, you fight him back towards the under end of the ship.
I try to pull him. He's coming at me, and I try to pull hit. I try to evade the sword and pull him, and kind of just let him with his inertia go off the side of the ship.
Yeah, you need more than a 1 for that. He's got stable feet, so you can either grab him close, or you can kind of push him down the other end near the prow of the ship, which is more precarious for him.
I think I would use his momentum to throw him down into the thing. Into
the gun crew. Yeah, so he's tangled up with the gunners, but he's freeing himself, and the gunners are shouting and
fine.
Not quite knowing what to do. Yeah, so there's a bit of chaos down there. The helmsman's standing next to you, holding the wheel, like looking at you, like.
Yep.
He's not assaulting you. If he leaves the wheel, the ship could be in danger. In the way they're accelerating. So he's absolutely just holding the wheel.
Can I ask? Have we noticed something strange about the hummingbird? Has anyone said Dol's on that boat?
Yeah. You can see what's going on. It's probably dropped a bit in height.
My gunners cranked the height with helium.
Yeah. So you popped up. You used the pop up with the helium came and whoosh, landed on the hummingbird. So yeah, you're up and you can see it. It's come down a bit. It's in front of you. You have a prow cannon. You can totally shoot it right now.
Yeah.
That's a lightning cannon, though. It leaves a wide swathe of chaos.
Do it.
We're going to have to, but the hummingbird's still going as fast as it was.
It's not quite as fast. You're probably gaining on it right now because it's in disarray.
There's no chance that we can maneuver to into close by so that we can get Dolt back. Take advantage of this distraction to come in close. It would be nice to capture a hummingbird.
Would be. That's a big prize. That's 8 helium.
Get away with something. Yeah. That's
actually, can I fly over and help Dolt?
Cool.
Take that ship over.
I think you're back a bit, so I think you're a bit far away, but you could start to move in.
Actually, I have a thing that I would like to try. Do wizards have duels?
I think that wizards have duels amongst equals.
Mm-hmm.
So you could try and engage this wizard in a duel, but they might just go shoot the cannons at him. Like the Hexspire mages are renowned as scumbags. Like they rule with an iron fist. Yeah. So I think normally, yes, that's the thing, but they might go, you're not a proper wizard, so there is no duel.
Okay.
What I'd like to do,
very well.
Sorry, Seven. What it would be fantastic if the two front gulls could both capture this hummingbird and rescue Dolt. You know, having given us the distraction, and if somehow Lily and the Viper Princess can stop the vulture, the raven, sorry, it's not vulture, the raven and the other gulls catching us up, right?
Yes.
That would work. That would be a great three-way
Don't worry about
co-op
me.
plan.
I did my thing. Yeah, you guys take care of yourselves. I got this. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, so I think certainly the Revenge and the Echo going to the hummingbird and capturing it, and I shall hope that Lily and the Viper Princess can hold or help give us some time to perform the capture and the rescue.
So Lily, you can see that the mage is surrounded and the captain is surrounded by 4 Marines, one on each quarter. But when the hummingbird is in danger, the whole ship is in chaos, and the Marines are out of order. There is an opportunity. The mage is standing alone towards the back of the vessel, starting to do some summon, some storm or something. But the Marines are not close at hand like they usually are. So there is a small window as the hummingbird is being attacked. Anyway, let's do the hummingbird first.
Okay, there is something that I would like to do.
All right, just hold it for 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we've lost Brian for a second. So yes, go ahead with something you want to do.
Okay, tell me how we would resolve it. I feel like it would be interesting either as a dark secret or something that like the captain has some sort of unresolved affection toward me, of the captain of the Raven, and I will descend there, and I will like speak to him. He knows me, but I need to do something for him. I need like, I don't know. But like that's kind of my point, is that it will cost me, but like he's willing to just like let this go or something like that in exchange for something from me.
So we know he's incredibly ambitious,
Right.
and he's about to lose an 8 helium hummingbird, which is a huge loss for him. Literally, the only trade you could offer him is your ship. That would be the only thing of sufficient value. Because if he can bring home a pirate vessel that he's captured, that's the thing. Okay. But he's going to have to. He'd have to, if he flies back and says, "I lost my hummingbirds."
Okay.
Wow.
That's right. That's true. Okay.
You could give him the other vessels. So that's completely avoiding the point, though.
Totally.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that would be missing the point. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think.
Let's jump back to the other ship.
Okay.
Let's jump back to the other ship. I want to see if how Dolt is going with his. So the Marine is untangling himself. The other ships have had time to surge forward, so there is a chance to take some action. You could fire a swivel gun. You could swing someone across on a rope, Captain, or a few people across on a rope. It's a long stretch. I think swinging and jumping. Yep.
Yeah, I think what we'd like to do is, how about this? Without losing too much speed, we grapple the hummingbird and just take it with us. And then we'll gradually pull it in so that Dolt can handle himself in a fight. I've got no concerns about that, but we can gradually pull it in and rescue him at the end.
All right, so you turn and you shout.
It's going to take some maneuvering. For Richer and me, it'll take some some good maneuvering to get the grapples onto the hummingbird.
Yep.
And it's probably a very small window of opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
There's something that I would like to do that will probably enhance what they're doing.
Yep.
I want to fly still in cloud cover ahead of my ship, and essentially I want to spray some sort of a cloud. It's best if it's tear gas and something like that. That would and I would blow a lot of like charges of it, but because my point is to block the vision between the Raven and the other gulls, and essentially like increase the chaos on their ships with hopefully disrupting whatever the wizard is casting.
Yeah, they probably need to see what's going on, so that might well work. So let's have a roll for that first. It's a large area, and you've got to disperse it. It in. So let's have a roll first.
Strong.
Okay, yes, that's pretty good. Yeah, it covers it quite well. Yeah, so that's blocking the mage's vision of what's going on, which also gives you guys a chance to change direction and something else and potentially lose them after this. But let's see how we go with the grappling.
Also strong.
Excellent. So yes, you've grappled it and you start to pulling. It's going to take a little while to do, but you're dragging along with you at this point. Yeah, and no substantial loss in speed. Okay, so the Marine is pulled himself out of the gunners and moves forward with his cutlass.
Does the grappling give me does it shake and give me an advantage or a disadvantage? To like,
it's shaking to everyone. The Marine is shouting to the gunners to unhook the grapples, but they're moving at it slowly. It's some work.
And I yell to the gunners, "Throw this motherfucker overboard, and you're with us."
Roll it up. Let's have a roll. See if you can convince them.
5.
Oh,
Good. They look at you like, you're going to kill us anyway. What do we get?
have you got a name?
Fuck.
Have you got a name that'll help?
Man,
What names have you got? Brian?
Here's the deal. I assume there are ropes hanging overboard, like some rigging. I'm taking this motherfucker over and I'm grabbing one of those ropes.
Yep.
Fuck. 5.
So you're now sitting on 2 skulls. So that the Marine knocks you down and holds you at sword point, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You roll a lot more skulls, you could be falling.
It's cool.
So you either need to get emotional, or someone needs to be helping you for another reroll. So you can take the Marine catches me. It's hard for someone to help you, but they can work out how. Yeah, so it's either the Marine knocks you down with a sword at your throat and shouts for the others to let the ropes go, or he'll cut your throat.
Could I
keep rolling?
Could I help with Pirate Captain seeing what's happening? I mean, but I did say I think Dolt can look after himself, but we'd rescue him at the end.
Yeah. I think emotion's probably the more likely thing.
Yeah, I got this. I am tempted.
You said that before.
I'm going to be upset if I don't blaze a glory of this and just make it work, but I'm going to use anger and be pissed off. And this is it.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, he's done it.
Nice.
All right. So he comes at you with his sword. You flip him over and put the sword to his throat, and his sword clatters away. What was the emotion you were feeling?
Anger. I was pissed off because I'm like, I want this fucking vessel. This has to work for me, and I fucked this all up. And what I wanted to do is take him and just like, again, fucking go overboard and grab for that rope. So like,
So you haul him over, and you're swinging now from the bottom of a rope as he tumbles into the clouds, into the fog.
yeah, if he's dead and I'm hanging from clouds, I'm good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Okay. So you're hanging from the bottom of a rope. So the crew on the ship are looking around at the odds. So there's no one there to directly threaten them, but they're grappled.
And they can't shoot me, and I can hang on here forever.
Yeah.
The situation is that the Echo and the Revenge are kind of pulling themselves together with the Hummingbird in between, right?
Yep. That's right.
And we can tell that everything has become spookily cloudy behind us.
Yep. You can't see the other ships.
So I shall and we know there's no officer on the deck of this Hummingbird anymore because he's gone for flying lessons.
Yep.
So I think it's Rainsborough's time just to say, strike your colours, lads. Your boat's ours. We'll set you ashore when next we can.
Okay, so it looks like they're grabbing knives and cutting away because they think you won't shoot at them. But see if you can convince them.
I think fairly sure Dalt's gunners will be just itching to fire, won't they? So I'll try and convince them first. Don't fire at that ship; it's a prize.
And Dalton is grabbing
I'm gonna
multiple ropes if he can, so he can't cut them.
I'm gonna buy that. I think that was Talker, right?
No, you don't need anything.
But I'm gonna.
So you can Talker now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll buy a reroll with Talker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I shall say, you'll have heard my name. I'm Nathaniel Rainsborough. I keep my word.
Okay.
Wrong, too.
They step back, drop their knives. Excellent. Okay, so you have captured a hummingbird.
There's one more thing that I would like to do before I do the spray. I have the thing with the caption, right? And I think this is established. Doesn't need to be a dark secret. I'm going to whip out a rose from my jacket. I'm going to throw it to him, blow him a kiss, and fly over and just spray the tear gas.
And Dalt shimmies up the rope that he's got, jumps over the side and pulls out his cup and says, "Man's got to be on this fucking boat forever before someone offers him a drink."
The helmsman is steering hard because it's very difficult with the ropes, and he's still got to maintain the thing. He's not trying to get away. He's just trying not to have a hummingbird get into difficulties, get tangled or something. It's like a precision. It's like a Ferrari, right? Very. Yeah. It's all good. You can ease back down.
Kill the engines on the Hummingbird. Lash it to the Revenge, and then make our getaway.
As you're doing that, though, is he still steering while all that's being organised? He reaches into his pocket and hands you a drink while he's steering the thing. Hands you a flask. Salt.
Delicious. Is it good? Is it good, though?
Yeah, it's fine Hexspire whiskey. Yeah, it's the good stuff.
Yeah, and he'd share it with his two new best friends.
Yeah, there's three of them. Yeah, the helmsman and the two gunners. Yeah.
Cool.
So they're all smiles now after they've thrown their knives down. They're all patting you on the back and what a daring jump and stuff. Hate those Marines. They're terrible people. Excellent. Now, there's one more thing. You actually have to still get away. You've got good odds. Any positive roll, and you're out of there. Let's have it.
Okay, so is this Rainsborough?
Yep.
Or is this... Yeah, okay, well, we'll see what happens. The Viper Princess is still hidden, right? So it's just the Echo and the Revenge.
Oh,
It's bad.
Oh,
it's not good.
this hummingbird has
So,
slowed you down. They're moving up into the
yeah.
Lily, it's time for some help.
More lift, Mr. Dalt. Well, now
You're gonna.
I'm not
think
on the same ship.
I can use.
You can shout to the.
Yeah, you're lashed.
riggers, though.
You're lashed to the side. You're lashed to the side of the Revenge now.
Oh, well, I would crank because we have a ton of helium, right, on my boat.
You have some helium.
So-
I think you sold all your helium for coin. That what
Can
stuff
we
you got.
crank
Yeah.
We've
all
got
the
enough.
helium and lift the other boat?
Yeah, so you're going to crank the helium and go. Use all up the last of your reserves and do it.
All
Yep.
of it.
Make the roll,
Like it's
Mr.
all
Dalt.
going. Yeah.
Mm.
2.
Yes.
It's a 2.
Nice.
You're gone. They lose.
Cool.
You hit the clouds and they lose sight of you.
I should be bigging Dalt up to the crew. You know, mainly from the point of view of this is why I keep him around. You know.
Because you can jump onto a hummingbird and capture it single-handedly.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. I mean
'Cause
that's
he-
just
he will
showboating.
captain
but
a
it's
hummingbird.
lift.
This is the only captaincy he ever wanted. He's like, this is a dope ship. I want
Yeah.
this.
Fantastic. All right, so you ease off into the night. The even the Hexspire, even as angry as they are now with you guys, they won't attack Ag's knife in the dark. But they are definitely hunting for you now. This is not like a
Mhm.
there's a trap, we'll catch whoever we can catch. It's like catch Captain Rainsborough and his scummy
Yeah.
skulls.
So
right,
we need
right, and
two
he
things.
definitely
We need two
recognized
things.
me. That was a big point.
Oh yes, he definitely recognised you. He wants
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
you swinging from the bottom of his ship on a rope.
Definitely wants that acrobatic rigor as well. Rainsborough wants two things. I don't know what time we're stopping, whether we're stopping shortly or not, but Rainsborough wants two things. A mooring which is more secure,
Amenable.
secretive,
Yeah.
and a haphazard
Yes.
harlequin.
Mm-hmm.
A bolt hole, somewhere where we can hide, but there's not too far to get to supplies and so on. And also, somebody gave me the map, and
Mhm.
that has to be settled. And that has
Absolutely.
to be settled. And
I
player wise, I have my suspicions, but but I'm not sure that Rainsborough thinks it's Amber yet, right? Because that's all fine. It's cool. How can she still be cross?
yeah.
But he wants to find out. So a quiet mooring for 3 ships, where we
Yep.
think the locals, if there are any, will be super quiet. And then I want to send somebody into the haphazard Harlequins area to find out who betrayed us.
Yeah, let's hold that. This is excellent. Let's hold it for next time, though. We'll do reflections now.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
sounds spot on. And
Yep.
there are a range of options. I won't put them in the chat so we can work that out in between. Okay, fantastic. Let's do names because some interesting stuff happened.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who should we start
It's
with?
really cool.
Should we start with Lily? Oh, no, let's start with Dalt.
Mhm.
Dalt just jumped onto a hummingbird.
Right.
Let's do that, and then we'll do Lily. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Reckless.
What names? What?
Quartermaster, Fiddler, Devoted, Anchor.
Anchor.
Definitely
Right.
Quartermaster. Yeah, the anchor for the crew, like the solid.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah. Good one. What did you do? What did you do, Brian? What did Dalt do this time?
Stupid shit.
Stole some cannons.
Yeah. Oh,
thief.
yes. Caused trouble.
Wait, Rowan,
I've noticed that he's basically has like no honor, right? Because he lost the game of cards and he still took the ship. He didn't get the like he essentially stole cannons from me, right? And like yeah, it's
seventh. The ship losing the game of cards was what got him the ship, because the ship is a curse.
Yeah.
That's
ship
right.
is cursed.
Okay.
So no, I walked by your ship and I was like,
okay.
4. And I was like, go fuck this witch, man. Like, I want some of those cannons.
I mean, there was some great stuff, Brian. Like the epic songwriting, even which people are now going to be humming around the haphazard Harlequin.
If we get back and I roll right, that's Fiddler. I'm good.
The jump,
like
the jump. But that's Fiddler and Rig. But fuck me, man, your dark secret has got to be a new name, because the ship is you and you are the ship. Surely.
It's true. Divided? I don't know. Reckless for sure.
Cursed. It's a curse, isn't it? It's a weird kind of.
I think cursed is a good. Yeah.
Totally. I am
fantastic.
Cursed. For sure. That's fucking dope.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Do you have to win a game of cards under some certain circumstances to get yourself back from the ship?
Well, I feel like I'd have to lose the ship, right? Like, I don't know what it was exactly.
Well,
but
yeah.
Like,
and if the ship's destroyed, just don't die. There's all kinds of great stuff in there.
It's exactly right. Like, no, I'm fucked. Like, I am cursed. Totally. 100%. That's dope. Let's move on, though.
Yeah.
We can figure this
good play.
We figure this out in play for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
This is what I want to find out.
I was this close to Blaze of Glory, man. I was going to Blaze of Glory this shit and just be like, I don't know, man. Good. But I rolled okay.
Yeah, that's why I like the reroll system. Definitely very cool.
Yeah, cool. It gives you this kind of failure then success. I don't know. It's really kind of works really amazingly.
I love
and it ratchets the tension, right? Yeah. So if you rolled another skull when you rolled those 2 skulls first up, you're adding +2 skulls. And don't forget, emotion adds a skull or a sword as well. So
totally,
like that could have been you falling to your death quite easily.
I love the
and then
would
the bullet time. Would the ship have fallen?
Totally.
I love
that ship though.
I love the bullet time. The way the narrative gets goes with the reroll. Do you want to go next, 7th? Tell us about Lily.
Yeah, let's do Lily.
Let's do Lily.
I think the only thing I would add would probably be something like Heartbreaker. I feel like I've been playing that one up, and I think it's very funny. Yeah, I think it's a very funny thing to have. Yeah. That's definitely something I wanted. And at least partly that what I wanted the Dashing Rogue to be is the Heartbreaker.
For sure.
Yeah, and definitely still a Night Witch, definitely a Dashing Rogue still. Precise, yes. Heartbreaker is good. Because remember they were talking about Bethany, the ex-lover of Isabel, and you're like, yeah, maybe I'll woo her as well. While you're still in a relationship with Isabel.
Totally.
Heartbreaker is a polite word for that.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. I had other words.
Yeah, and then the Captain Santigan as well. You're like, yep, throwing him a rose. Yeah, that was beautiful. It's spot on.
Right.
Yeah, perfect.
There's a thing. I mean, there's a thing happen. I can talk about this in Rainsborough's reflections, but there's a definite dichotomy around Lily's willingness to be a team player or not, right? So there's something in there about being an outsider or an individualist or something, I guess, as well at some stage.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Lily got the swan, and Rainsborough was completely fine with Lily having the swan, so Lily exchanged the swan for a different ship. That was all there was to it.
Yeah, but sure, but I mean, I think the perception, Dalt's perception, Rainsborough's perception was that you just decided what you were going to do, and you went and did it, and Rainsborough doesn't. Rainsborough doesn't behave like that. Rainsborough's like, okay, everyone, what should we do? So I think there is a kind of an individualistic streak in Lily, but
that's true.
And that was my
but I feel like
to that.
Okay, I feel like there's definitely that, and but I feel like it's covered by all the others. I think things like dashing rogue and such already kind of say that she's an individualist.
Rogue insinuates that, right? Like, that's fine.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I think the name's good. Yeah. The names are good. Yeah.
No,
I think that Lacy? Situation, as we go to Rainsborough, I think that situation where Dalt took the guns and there was that standoff was really meaningful for all three characters. It's Dalt going, "What's fair?" It's Lily going, "Yeah, what is fair?" and Rainsborough going, "What we really want to do, people, is work together and steal some stuff collectively and live it up." The party was a huge part of that too. Like, yeah, remember you guys were talking at the start, we're being pirates because we're being pirates. Like, let's enjoy the spoils of victory. Yeah, that was really powerful. And your speech in the bar was good.
I loved it.
And then just going for the map, just like, I got a map, let's go.
Right.
Yeah, I think Rainsborough's reflection on that situation is that this is a really dangerous and unstable trio, and that if any shit like that happens again, that's probably because he can't get rid of Dalt, but there been like I was thinking my devil's bargain was going to be something like, okay, the flotilla's split, we lose the Viper Princess or something, but I wasn't sure whether that was the positive or the negative, to be honest, because he's thinking at some stage something really bad's going to happen and we're going to end up shooting at one another.
This is piracy.
Yeah, I don't
Warriors.
know. Well, yeah, but we're a brotherhood. That's Rainsborough's outlook on it, right? Or a fraternity or a sorority as well.
Yeah, and I'm there with you, but we're not sure about the witch.
No, and I haven't been all along, but there is this thing where Rainsborough recognizes the enormous value of Lily as well, which is why he was cross with Dalt, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, as Whitebread said, he's very much like, let's steal shit together, because that we are better at it with all three ships, all three of us. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's my reflections on Rainsborough. He's not motivated by having a dragon's hoard, by being rich. It's the lifestyle for Rainsborough. He doesn't want to keep money. Doesn't want to be super rich.
Essentially, what I have, which is devoted. Like, you're like, it's fair. Like, you're fair. But it's more than that, right? Like, it's like
something like the straight man in a way.
Yeah, but I think that's covered by. I think that's probably covered by Pirate Captain and Respected. The thing I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I did anything out of the names that Rainsborough has. But what we now know about Rainsborough is that he worked for Hexspire.
Yeah.
But I don't know
was that a dark secret?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So I think you've got to add or change a name for a dark secret. There's a thing. I agree with what you're saying. I think there was another thing. You didn't fool Mason about the helium. You were straight with Mason. You were straight in the negotiation.
Too honest.
Put one gun on each.
You're honest. You're an honest man. It's an awful awful fucking thing for a pirate. I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the interesting thing though, because Hexspire is a bad place. Like, it is not a good place to work, right? It is. So there's something really interesting here about you've got a sense of fairness. I reckon that's what got you into trouble in Hexspire.
Yep.
You're like,
Also,
because
why you
essentially
came
those guys are.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was just going to say, they hang pirates. There's no. They don't give them trials. They don't care. Hexspire agents would come with a ship, onto one of the Dead Man Fingers and just send Marines in to beat the people up if there was someone they wanted or whatever. They're incredibly violent enforcers and with no limit. I mean, they want to.
There's also a thing
trade and make money.
Where Dalt was being reckless in it, just like a crazy person, and you still wanted to help him. Like, there's a certain, we share a devotion almost, right? Like it's almost like,
yeah, but I might be compensating because people hanged because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we could also maybe we have a relationship. Maybe our devotion is to each other also. Like, there's a certain, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Like,
I think that's fair, but I think I have to change a name or take a name to reflect the dark secret.
Yeah,
so
it's true, but you're almost like a company man. You were, and your company changed. You changed your company, but you're like a company man to the new company now. I don't know how to describe it, actually. Help.
How about something like a weighty past, or maybe the spire damaged you in some way, and I think that this is something that you could connect with Lily on, because I think both of us were damaged by the spire on a personal level, and that's why we're no longer there.
Traitor?
Yeah. Turncoat.
Turncoat.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's cool.
That is beautiful.
That's actually kind of dope. And then we play
into that. Cover the...
Yep. That's great. And
this is the beauty of the names, right? I love this.
Yeah.
It's because we get new names and then we play into that the next episode, right?
Exactly.
Like, that's dope. Yeah.
And I think the thing about Turncoat is, and this is the thing about names, that's a name we all understand. It's a turncoat from Hexspire, and he's trying to live up to that. Yeah. It's like, Ghost Dude's character, Lugos, who was Betrayer, but he's not really betraying people anymore. It's the fact that he did betray. That means something,
Yeah.
And so
there are people out there who know what I. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on one of the
Turncoat know what I did.
Yeah, and turncoat you can use for are these people going to turn? Because I know what a turncoat is like, because I'm a turncoat. It's actually quite a powerful name, potentially. But I think it really
interesting.
It's
interesting because he sort of became this great talker in order to avoid people doing the same of what he did to the spire, right? It's like it sort of paints his past, and what he's been doing thus far is that I don't want the spire on my ship, right?
Yeah, I think that scene on the dock with the cannons is an example of that. Like, he's trying to, come on, we should all be working together, not like those scumbags in Hexspire. And I think Richard respects you because he's used to fair dealing and trading, and he's really, even though he's got his own ship now, I did some oracles for him, but he's very strongly supportive still, because I think he's still got that really strong connection. This is a person you can look up to. He doesn't necessarily know your past, but he knows you're a straight dealer and a
part of the equation for dark secrets for all of us is how easily they're discovered, right? And how they become currency for everyone. So that's sort of down to you, right? Down to you running that side of things. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I mean, we do
Nice.
use this thing Karma sometimes, which
Yeah.
has got some advantages, and one of my groups really uses that, the other doesn't. The advantage of Karma is when strange things happen, you go, "Oh, that was you spending Karma to ruin my lives," which it may or may not be,
Cool.
But it's like when so like my character has to build a lot of Karma, and meets a lady at a bar. Turns out later that's the boss's girlfriend. Oh, that was Karma. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bad oracle roll,
Mhm.
Yeah. Awesome.
But
It was a great session.
Yeah,
Thanks,
another
guys.
great session.
Really good.
I really enjoyed that. That was awesome. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. See you next time. And I'll put some
Thank
notes
you
in
so
about
much.
location.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
Looking
thanks,
forward to another.
This
Looking
was a lot of
forward
work
to another
for you.
occasion.
Right.
I didn't do any
it was
prep. Should I have?
No. Well, you're keeping the docs. That's a lot of work for me.
Oh yeah.
It's
But
all good.
you guys, someone could jump in and write the next. I wrote a captain's log kind of thing just in case we forgot. If someone wants to write that up, you're sweet. I think you've all got editor access, so do whatever you want.
And
Add your names, all that stuff.
But we also have the recordings, which so it's way easier at this point.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel like
cool.
I need to write a log from Lily's point of view. I feel like that would be valuable.
Let's have Lily do this one. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, do the recap next time. That would be awesome too. You can lead in with your love it.
Totally.
Fantastic. So we got away with a hummingbird worth 8 helium.
Yeah. And
happy days.
Tactical benefits of a hummingbird. Lots of opportunities.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the cash.
Well, you can cash it out, right? Totally cash it out.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll play soon.
Yeah. Good on you. Catch up.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yep.
Cool.
Bye bye.
See ya.